Recently, I came to know about two people. One was from sales and the other was from marketing, and they were debating about a customer complaint. The salesperson was saying that a free goods needs to be given to the customer because the customer did not have a good experience with our product. Whereas the marketing person was hell-bent in saying that we should give only the service to the customer and solve the problem, and the customer will appreciate. And then all this was leading to a conflict. Another situation, the marketing head wanted to bring digitalization and AI into the marketing campaigns, while the salesperson was not very comfortable with the AI part, and they believe that only the sales efforts at the ground by meeting the customers can help in bringing the personal connect, and that is long lasting than bringing the digitalization and the AI on day-to-day work basis. Well friends, what these are, we call them conflicts. What are conflicts? Conflicts are nothing but the disagreement or difference of opinion or having a different approach in solving different types of problem that we come across. And primarily, if you look at any conflict, it arises either due to miscommunication, either due to different leadership styles, or could be different approaches and attitudes in solving a particular problem. Therefore, understanding and acknowledging conflicts at the workplace is very, very important as a team leader. Because as a team leader, your core role is not only to understand and acknowledge the conflicts that are likely to come, but very importantly, you have to solve those conflicts and help the people in your team to understand how these conflicts can be resolved in future and what are the learnings they should take out of this. On the other hand, if a leader does not take initiative in understanding and listening to the conflicts and the situations that are arising in the workplace on day-to-day basis, this will lead to chaos, disputes, heartburns, anxiety, and many more complications at the workplace, which ultimately impacts the productivity of the person and the business. Well friends, my name is Arun Thukral. I'm a leadership coach, and in this video, we are going to learn about how to handle conflicts in different kind of situations at the workplace. And also this video will help you to prepare for your next interview, where you are likely to ask one or two questions on how have you managed conflict resolution, and do you know the process of how to do conflict resolution at workplace that can make you even a much better leader. Let's get into the program. Let's learn some of those very typical questions and then see what could be the potential answers and approaches to those questions and situations if you are currently facing some conflicts at your workplace, or if you are planning to go for an interview and you are not sure about how to handle this question of conflict resolution. Now let's take first question. Tell me about a time when you had a conflict with your coworker. How did you handle it, and or what did you do to manage it? Before we answer to the question, let's analyze the question more deeply. Whenever there is a conflict, you will see that the conflict will happen either with your peers or with your superiors or with your subordinates, which means these are the three places you might have conflicts. And as we are into work, we are likely to have conflicts, but the conflicts will come generally in terms of communication gaps, in terms of styles issues, or it could be with respect to attitudes. Now, in this answer, whenever we think of giving any answer in any interview question, I want you to remember the STAR method. First, we have to understand what is the situation, what was the task, what was the action that I have taken, and last, what was the result or the outcome. So let's answer this question in similar way. The first thing is situation. The situation was that I and my colleague had a disagreement over the implementation of a marketing campaign. Let's say I was having a thought that it should be done digitally through AI medium, whereas my counterpart wanted to do it in person by bringing all the participants and the customers under one roof, and a big program is done in person. This was the situation. Now, what was the task? The task was that we both wanted to come to a resolution and bring a point of common interest where we can solve this problem. The action that we took was, instead of being defensive, we decided to listen each other calmly and to understand each one's point of view. This helped us in understanding what are the potential ideas that can help us in meeting the ultimate goal of making the customer happy. When we jotted the points together of both of us, we both agreed to come to a common conclusion. What are the actionables out of this meeting? And basis that, the result, the R part of the star is, we were able to execute the strategies in collaboration and ensured that in the end, the implementation of the digital campaign became a great success by implementing those ideas that we agreed in the common room. Does this give you some kind of satisfaction that when you answer a question like this with a star method in resolving the conflict, you are able to completely give the right message in a precise amount of time, which is also very important. And in the last, on top of it, what you should be adding is, by doing this exercise, it not only helped me in building good relationship with my teammate, but it also helped in building my communication skills, my problem solving skills, and henceforth, whenever I come across any such situation, we can easily find out a resolution to any conflicts. So this is one approach. Let's take another question, another situation, and see how we can implement it. And then I would recommend that you try it out for your own sake for the interview that you are planning in the near future. Let's take another question. Can you describe me a time when you had to resolve a conflict between two team members? Now, when you have to answer again the question like this, you have to come with an example. So let's take one example. Now, using the star method, you have to first talk about the situation. Recently, in my team, the situation was that there were two teammates. One of them was highly quality conscious and he wanted everyone should work with respect to very high quality so that the delivery and the expectation from the client is met beyond the expectations. Whereas we had another colleague in the team who believed speed is more important to meet the deadlines so that the customer is not suffering only because of quality. Now, they both were right on their own side. They had their own attitudes and their style of solving the same problem towards the customer. But what was happening, the team was not able to gel together to achieve the common objective. One was looking for quality and the other was looking for speed. So the task at my end was to ensure that the team does not suffer and both of them should be able to understand the importance of work, both in terms of speed as well as quality. So the action that I took was, I ensured that I called both the people together to come with an open mind, state their thinking process and bring a common resolution, what action we should take as a team so that everyone in the team of 7 to 8 members should work cohesively. I was present during the process of brainstorming between both the parties, both the teammates, and ensured that they come out very clearly by dropping down their egos, and that was possible because I was giving them an attentive ear to listening with empathy and agreed with most of their points. But at the same time, I ensured that they together now find out a resolution of this problem so that we meet both speed as well as quality. And when we walked out of the room, they were absolutely clear what to do next. Now we talk about the result or the outcome. The result of this, they both gave a presentation next day morning to the entire team, and everyone clapped for them that the two most important members of the team have been together and now we all can achieve the common goal. Do you see how it works out? And then in the end, you summarize by saying that by doing this, I not only ensured a very healthy team environment, but I also wanted to bring a positive environment at the workplace because there were younger teammates who were watching these seniors, and it is very important for seniors to lead by example. And in this process, my leadership skills also got established, and it made a huge difference to all my teammates. Well, we just took two situations, and the idea was that how conflicts arise, what are the potential reasons to it, what all you need to do as a leader, because it establishes your leadership skills, your credibility in the workplace. That's what people look up to. But if you lose your temper, or if you lose sight and you get distracted and avoid addressing conflicts on time, there are chances that conflicts can convert into disputes, and as I said, a lot of anger, lot of politics, lot of dissociation of members will start to happen and you will destroy your team. That is the reason conflict resolution questions and skill is very, very important to understand and acknowledge, whether it is for your interview preparation or whether at workplace you have to work on it head on rather than avoiding it. The pitfall is that a lot of leaders avoid because they don't have good communication skills, self-confidence and empathy with emotional intelligence to address these issues, because sometimes they have a fear that a high performer, if he gets offended, my performance will also get impacted. So they avoid that. Please don't do that. You are not just only destroying the person himself, because that person will repeat that kind of offense very often, but you are also disturbing the chorus or the quorum of the mood of the team. The motivation of the team will also get destroyed, and you will be labeled as a biased boss or a biased leader rather than a leader which is open to people, and that's your core role. I hope this would have given you a lot of clarity, and I look forward for your comments, feedback, questions if you have any. Don't forget to write back to me. I'll be more than happy to respond to it personally. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching me, and wait for my next video, which is going to be again on a very important skill on leadership, that is emotional intelligence.